Welcome back to my tarot channel where I do pick a card readings. For today's reading, we're going to take a look at your shadow side. So what are some quote-unquote dark things about yourself that you may or may not be aware of, and why are they important? Because just because something is dark or part of your shadow side doesn't mean that it's necessarily negative. So you have three options. This is one. This little like stopwatch thing. You can see it. This is two. It's like a wand. And this is three. So take your time, you can pause the video if you need to, and I'll see you in your reading. So if you picked option one with the stopwatch, this is your reading. You got Cancer as your first card. Talks about intuition, attitudes that result from situations in your past, the way your history affects your present. So this may have to do with like childhood trauma, stuff like that, just incidents that happened in your past that affect the way that you think and react today. So you got the Six of Pentacles reversed, the Page of Wands reversed. I almost put that upright, so maybe it can go both ways, and the Knight of Wands reversed. So if we're talking about the Page of Wands, upright and reversed, so reverse, this is your shadow side. It's you having like a fear of failure, a fear of not getting what you want, a fear of not achieving the certain goals that you set your mind to. But with it being upright, that's telling me that this fear kind of makes you like more outgoing, because because you're so scared of failure, you put yourself out there more. But anyway, so the Six of Pentacles reversed, you guys are scared of not getting like reciprocation. So you guys may not eat. This may reflect on how you act in certain situations, whereas you may not be putting in as much as you're getting because you're scared that it's going to be like taken away from you, or you might not put your best foot forward. And this can be like anything. This can be a relationship, this can be friendship related, this can be work related. You're just not putting your all into it because you're scared that you're not gonna get everything back. And this could be a good thing because you're like reserving your energy for yourself. You're focusing your energy more on yourself. And then the Knight of Wands reversed, that talks about like a lack of impulse control. So I'm seeing that maybe in these situations where you feel like you're not really getting what you want out of them, where you feel like you may end up failing, where you feel like you are failing, you lack a sort of impulse control. So you may just dive like head first into things, like trying to get, like you're a very competitive person is what I'm getting. Like if you want something, you want it and you're gonna get it no matter what, so you won't let yourself fail, which could be a good thing. It could be a good thing. Just because you're competitive doesn't mean that's necessarily a negative thing. It may come out in like negative ways sometimes, but as long as you're using it to your advantage, it's not really that big of an issue. Okay, so why is your shadow side important? You got the Death card. The Ace of Swords. Yeah, that's another card that kind of like reiterates you taking action. Like you're very like act first, think later. And that's not always a bad thing. Like people really make out competitive people and like people who take action first and foremost as the people who are maybe dumb, maybe they don't think about things, maybe they make bad decisions, and maybe sometimes you do make bad decisions, but that doesn't mean it's necessarily a negative trait to act first and think later, because those are the people that end up being like, those are the people that end up being like first responders. Those are like the heroes of our world, and we need people that are like that. And then we got the Seven of Pentacles, and yeah, your shadow side is going to help you succeed. And then we got the Nine of Cups reversed. So you guys see past illusions. So going back to your shadow side with like the Six of Cups, or no, it was the Six of Pentacles reversed in the Page of Wands reversed. That fear of failure, that fear of not getting what you want back probably stems from past situations where you failed or didn't get what you wanted in return. And I'm seeing that now, like now that you've been through things like that, like you can see past illusions, you can see past the bullshit, and that actually helps when it comes to you, when you're in these situations where you have to act first, think later, because you're smart about it. Like your intuition just straight up tells you what's right and what's wrong, and you just immediately know what to do. And then you got 13. This is the child, innocence, purity. So you guys do have a really pure heart. You have a pure soul. And I'm just seeing that your innocence mixed with your ability to see past illusion, mixed with your ability to really act, like your fight or flight instinct is almost immediately all the time going to be fight. That really makes you like a good fighter. That makes you like you would be like a really good EMT or a firefighter, any kind of first responder, or like a really good military person. Like you're just really good at handling intense situations. So this may be your shadow side, but the more you let it come out, the more you let your shadow side speak for itself, the more you're actually going to succeed in life, because that's part of your purpose, is incorporating this into your professional life, and even more than just your professional life. It's going to help you succeed in a lot of different things. So, yeah, that's all I'm seeing. Let me know if it resonated. Follow my other socials, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, so if you picked group 2 with like the star wand charm thing, you got the 11th house, which has to do with like your hopes and dreams, and it also has to do with the way you connect to the outside world, like your community, your friend group, stuff like that, any organizations you might be a part of. And then for your tarot cards, you got the Temperance card, the Emperor reversed, the Devil, and the Three of Swords. So I honestly think you guys probably have anxiety, whether it be social or like worries about your future, about your goals, about what you may or may not achieve in life. But I'm definitely seeing some anxiety here, some lack of hope. yeah, and it's all just mental, honestly. It's just the way that your mind is affecting the way that you approach the outside world. So you may have really big goals and dreams about being like a super powerful person, like a leader, but like your anxiety is holding you back from it. Like you just don't, like you're just too worried about the way that the world is going to perceive you. You're just too worried about what could go wrong in the situation. And yeah, you just don't, you have a lot to overcome to get to your goals, if that makes sense. Like, you want to be a powerful person, but like, you can't because you just have too much anxiety about it. And you guys are probably working on this like a lot every single day. I'm sure you're working on it. And let's see how this is important. So you got the Sun card in my Oracle deck. So your achievements are going to be very big and it's going to be very good, a very happy experience for you because of what you've come from. You got the Queen of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles. So I'm seeing definitely a lot of success. And it's going to be like built up success because all these pentacles, like you had to do something to achieve every single one of them to build up to having all 10 of these pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles, yeah, very successful, very successful. And the Knight of Swords reversed. So you guys are going to be very successful. And it's going to be very important to you because of all the worries and anxieties that you're going to have to overcome. Like each step that you take is going to be significantly bigger than any step for a normal person who doesn't suffer from the anxieties, the worries, the mental anguish that you suffer from. When you achieve your success, you're going to be very good at keeping a handle on it and sustaining it because this success is going to be emotionally driven for you. It's going to be very, like, you're not only going to be financially successful, but you're going to be emotionally successful because of the mental turmoil that you're going to have to overcome each and every day until you achieve what you were meant to do, because you're supposed to go through a lot of growth in this lifetime. Once you're supposed to overcome a lot of not just mental issues, but just issues in general in this lifetime. And you're going to become a very strong person because of it. And when you do see success, like I've already said before, but when you do see this success, it's going to be a lot more substantial for you than it would for the average person. And you're going to be, when you become that powerful person, you're going to be the type of powerful person that actually is able to, like, actually puts themselves off to other people in an extraordinary way. Like, people are actually going to want to listen to you. People are going to look up to you because of how emotionally driven your success is going to be. Yeah. You're going to be very successful, and it's going to involve a lot of growth. So that is why your shadow is important to you. And that is all I'm seeing. So let me know if it resonated. follow my other socials, and I'll see you in the next reading. So if you picked a group 3 with the rocking horse thing, you guys got Saturn and Pluto, which are both very transformative planets. Saturn is about responsibility and structure. Pluto is just straight up about death, rebirth, transformation. What I find interesting about these two is this card, for your like key phrases, it says be realistic about, be concerned about, you must wait before you can. And this card says resurrect, get to the heart of, do or die you must. So it kind of contradicts each other, like you must wait or do or die you must. So I'm feeling like you guys, like, you have conflicting feelings within yourself about having to wait before you do things, having to think about things, and then just like wanting to do things. For your tarot cards, you got the Queen of Cups reversed, the Nine of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles reversed, the Seven of Pentacles, and the World. So this is like you wanting to complete thing. It's like, so you guys have two like conflicting personalities. Maybe you're a Gemini, maybe you have Gemini in your chart, or maybe you don't, but I'm getting like Gemini energy. You have like two conflicting personalities within yourself. There's one side of you that wants to like wait and think about things. This may also be like your kind of like pessimistic side, because you feel like if you feel like you're waiting, you're thinking, but in that waiting, you're like suspended in time, like, oh, I don't have it, oh, like you're just in your feelings, like you don't go after it, but then also you're like, oh, well, now I'm not going after it, so I don't have it. And then there's another side of you that wants to just do, like you're up and ready for the next task. Maybe you guys might be bipolar. I'm not saying you are, I'm not a psychologist, but that's just something I'm picking up. You guys are like very driven, but you're not at the same time, if that makes sense. Yeah. And the way this reflects in your life, it may be something that you're seeing reflect in areas of your life that involve like responsibility, material things, career, stuff like that. You just have two different sides of you pulling at each other, and you can't really come to a clear point. And I'm seeing that you guys, just in life in general, you're going to go through a lot of like rebirth and transformation. And this could be a good thing, having these two conflicting sides of you, because you're supposed to go through a lot of different things in life. You're not supposed to have just like one strict career. You're not supposed to just have like one path, like you're going to have many different paths. So that's probably why this is a good thing, because you're going to go through all the changes you need to. And you may think it's bad because like you're not just choosing one distinct path and that's like kind of what you're supposed to do, but everybody has a different way that they're supposed to live their life. And then for your oracle card, for why this is important, you got the Bear. This is like, speaks about like authority and stuff like that, authority and power. So I'm seeing that this aspect of your shadow side is going to make you a very like kind of like authoritative, powerful, and wise person, because you're gonna go through so many things in life, because you're just, you know, you may think that being indecisive is a bad thing, but it's not necessarily, because you're gonna have so many different experiences in life that you're gonna have a lot of knowledge to bestow upon other people later down the line. You're just gonna be very wise. You got the Judgment card, the Lovers, the Knight of Wands, and the Nine of Wands. So I'm seeing a lot of different like experiences for you. And you got the Judgment card. I mean, I already said you're going to be very wise. With the Lovers, you're going to be very wise, because you're going to have so many different experiences in life that you're just going to be looking at everything from the heart. Like, once you get to a certain point, all of the decisions, all of the advice you give out, everything you do in life is just going to be led by your heart. So, like, mentally, like, right now you may be focused on, like, mentally how you're perceiving things, how you're going about things, but further down the line, the more experiences you have, the more different like transformations you go through, you're gonna start following your heart when it comes to your decisions and like where you go next. You're gonna be led by your heart instead of your mind. So like, you may be like right now you may be like mentally not doing okay, because like you don't like it, you're not used to it, like you may be young and you're just like, there's way too many things going on, there's way too many things that I'm thinking about, there's way too many things running through my mind. But once you let go of that, once you let go of the prison that your mind is putting you in, and you follow your heart, you're going to become a very good decision maker, and you're going to be very wise, and people are probably going to come to you for advice a lot. Like when you're older, or even now, people probably come to advice for you a lot, to you for advice a lot right now. But even when you're older, like people are gonna, like, you're gonna be the wise old person, you know, that like everybody goes to for advice. And yeah, and you're gonna know like all the dark parts about life, because you're gonna live through it. You're gonna live through like literally every experience you could even possibly imagine, and that's just great. Honestly, it's great for you. Yeah, so that's all I'm seeing. Let me know if it resonated, or hit me up in 10-20 years from now, let me know if it did resonate, and follow my other socials. And yeah, I'll see you in the next reading.